everyone, welcome back to the vlog. It is very early in the morning, 5:16. You can hear the peanut gallery in the back. So it is 5:16 a.m. and we are just leaving, headed to the airport. Ainsley and I are going to Boston today.
Boston.
That's what I said, Boston.
No, you said Austin.
I said Boston. Ainsley and I are going to Boston. What state is Boston in, Ains?
Massachusetts.
That's right, Massachusetts. Because she has some specialist visits and a procedure at the hospital there, Boston Children's Hospital. And some of you might be like, what? So Boston Children's Hospital is one of the best hospitals in the nation, probably. No, I didn't, Ainsley. If not the best. And we actually have like a long-standing relationship with them. So just to back up story time. Well, okay, those of you new to our channel know that Ainsley has an immune deficiency and that she has been having a lot of GI problems, and that she was hospitalized 3 times in the fall and missed like 30 days of school. So she has really had a rough time of it this year. Prior to that, she was pretty stable and doing really well on her treatments, but this year's been really rough. So we had to pull her out of in-person school, put her on online school. I'm staying home with her, so like there's the backup to all of this. But we've known that Ainsley has had an immune deficiency and a couple of other problems since she was born. Or well, we didn't know about the immune deficiency till she was like after 2, but we've known she had a lot of other issues. So she was born a little bit early at 34 weeks, but she was on oxygen her entire first year of life and beyond. And she was also G-tube fed until she was 4. And so you wouldn't even know it looking at her now, and she's doing amazing as far as like all of those things go. But she's still been dealing with like a lot of pain and stuff. And so, and just like some symptoms like from a GI perspective, just not doing great. So when she was like 8 weeks old, probably, we had been living in Dallas at the time, and I really need you, if you guys have a car mount that you recommend, I need a better one because mine is yucko. Not doing very good lately. So anyways, she was 8 weeks old. She had been in the NICU. She was then transferred. She was at Children's Dallas.
In 2 miles, take a slight right turn onto Bonham Street.
We had a really amazing pulmonologist there, so she would stop breathing all the time. Like, she was on oxygen full time, and she would still stop breathing all the time. She had really, really bad sleep apnea. And then feeding was not going well at that point. Like, she was choking, like it just wasn't going well. And so he said, you know what? I don't know what's wrong with her, but I have some suspicions, and Boston Children's Hospital is literally the best in the world at dealing with kids like this. And so, like, that people just, they know there's different things wrong, but they can't like put it together and figure it out. So he referred us to Boston Children's Hospital, which that's kind of one of the things they're known for. There is like second opinions, and like kind of more difficult to diagnose cases. So he referred us when she was 8 weeks old, and we flew, my mom and I and Ainsley flew to Boston and saw all the doctors, and they were able to diagnose her with something, well, she was aspirating, and so that was like hurting her lungs and causing all of the issues, but they were ultimately able to diagnose
Continue
her
straight,
with,
then use the right lane to take a slight right turn onto Bonham Street.
Which is basically where there's an abnormal like communication between your esophagus and your trachea, so when you drink, milk goes into your lungs. And so
use the right lane to take a slight right turn onto Bonham Street.
She got a G-tube. She had surgery to fix all of that. But we started our relationship with Boston Children's, and really from that point on, until she was 4, they were the only hospital I would trust with her because she just had so much going on.
Take a slight right turn, then turn right onto Bonham Street.
So we flew to Boston. I wish when she got diagnosed with the immune deficiency after age 2.
At the stop sign, turn right onto Bonham Street.
We flew to Boston every month for months and months to get her treatment. And so it's just a really near and dear place to our heart. And when my husband took a job out in East Texas, back when she had just gotten her G-tube out. It was summer of,
For 35 miles, continue straight.
For 2 years.
yes, exactly. So she, I don't know, y'all probably don't even care about this, but I'm gonna say it just so I have it documented for myself. She got her G-tube out when she had just turned 4, and we were moving to East Texas, and the drive to like get to the airport would have been like 3 hours, and it was just not feasible really to go every like little whip stitch to Boston, living that far away from an airport. And then also just they felt like her condition had improved. She had had surgery, she was eating by mouth after all her therapies, and so we made the decision to transition her care to Texas Children's in Houston. And I can say we love them. They're fabulous. Our immunologist there is amazing. The GI people have been harder to get into. Like, I mean, they see her, but just like the frequency of appointments has been harder. And then they really didn't have any good answers. I mean, we knew that the virus is in her gut and all that. And so they treated that, but she's still been dealing with some GI pain. And her doctor in Boston, Dr. Rosen, runs the motility center, and you know, like bowel clean out has been a lot of what we've been dealing with. And so I think it's just like probably a complicated piece of several things that are causing her issues. But I reached out to Dr. Rosen back in the fall after our 3rd hospitalization, and I was like, look, I think you took amazing care of her. You kept her so well her first 4 years. Like, I think we need your opinion again, because after 3 really good years, this fall has been miserable. And so she got us in January, but Ainsley's white cell count was so low that we didn't travel with her. We didn't want to fly with her on a plane because it was so low. It's still low, but we've seen hematology, and you know, they feel like she's protected in some ways, at least. So we are going to go to Boston finally and have this appointment with Dr. Rosen, and they're going to take a look and see what their opinion is on if there's anything we can be doing to maximize pain control and just create a better quality of life for a normal kid, is what we're kind of aiming to do. So that's where we're going. That was just a really long 7-minute intro to this video. We are about an hour and 40 minutes away from the airport currently. So our plane leaves at 8:55, and we're gonna get there, get parked, and all of that. So welcome to the vlog. I'm gonna bring, oh, and we're getting another gate change. This is the 3rd gate change this morning. I'm just getting notifications on my phone as I'm driving. Let's see. So we're gonna bring you along on our vlog to Boston. So thanks for listening to my spiel, but I know a lot of people probably just wonder. All right, so we made it to the airport. Good morning. Got our bags, we're carrying on luggage, we're going through security, and our plane leaves in an hour, and we're still like 15 minutes back in the security line, so it should be interesting. We made it to the gate just as boarding was starting. Of course, we're in boarding group 6. Weirdest thing on American, if you don't pay extra to have seats together, they don't seat your child with you. Like, that's so strange. Anyway, I'm gonna have my cinnamon sugar sticks. It's fueling number 2. It's about 8:30. Sister's down there. We both got unsweet tea from Starbucks. We landed, and it's really cold. It's like 26.
Not to me. I have left.
I was freezing just over the jet bridge, and this little coat I bought, the thickest one I can find in Texas, may or may not cut it. She looks pretty warm. I gotta go find a hat and gloves, and it might, I was gonna buy it at Marshall's when I got here because I couldn't find one in Texas, but it might be buying it before we leave the airport because it is cold. All right, guys, we are at Target. I think I told you earlier, kind of in a little clip, but there was an issue with the hotel that was kind of stressful, but we got it figured out. So now we're just gonna grab a few things that we need. I'll show you what I get for being on plan. And yeah, we're gonna take it all back to the hotel. I was gonna get like a huge thing of water, but I'm not gonna be able to carry it, and we had to ride the subway. So I'm just gonna get a couple of bottles, and I'll just have to buy some each day. All right, YouTube, we made it. Boston Park Plaza Hotel. We finally got our room. You heard earlier there was a little bit of an issue with the Wi-Fi. Or not Wi-Fi, what am I talking about? Well, hot wire, right? Did we have a good trip? We're both like pretty much delusional because we've been up since 4 a.m. So, I got a salad here. It's got some chicken, some tomatoes, some cheese. I know we are going to share. I got dressing on the side. My biggest tip for you when traveling is, even though you can't maybe control exactly what kind of dressing you do, go for the vinaigrette and then use no more than a tablespoon. I find that the amount you use has a lot more to do with it than anything. So I just got, like I said, a chopped salad. It's got some tomatoes, cheese, chicken, a couple of different cucumbers, maybe different kind of veggies. So we're gonna have that. And I'm gonna do my brownie in a bundt because there's no microwave here. So I went and picked this up at Target when we got here. I'm also presenting, she's doing like somersaults on the bed. I'm also presenting on the client support call for our group tonight. So I'm gonna make the brownie and the bundt cake to show them that. So yay, we made it. I'm tired. I'll probably show you the brownie and the bundt later when it comes out. All right, other than that, we're gonna go to bed. All right, you guys, so I just did a segment on our community call for tips and tricks for travel, and I wanted to tell you guys the same thing, tips and tricks for traveling on the Optavia program. Don't mind my dorky hat. I have hat hair, so I had to leave it on. Okay, so firstly, pack all of your fuelings in a clear Ziploc bag. When you get to TSA, they're gonna ask you to take them out of your, because I carried on, I didn't check. They're gonna ask you to take them, oh, would you like to show them what you got?
I got a Levy.
She got a new Levy. Do you have a name for him yet, her? Not yet, she's gotta think of it. So then you can just take it out when you get to security. They won't even question you as long as there's no liquids in here. I also bring throwaway spoons and the trays in here, okay? I bring mostly bars, but I don't ever eat more than 3 bars a day. We'll get constipated. When you travel, you are more likely for that. So I would recommend taking a stool softener, especially if you normally are not a 3 bar a day person. I just find that to pack the crunchers, it gets kind of bulky and they don't pack as well. So I usually bring brownies, something to waffle for breakfast, and then 3 bars for during the day.
Mrs. Pinky, because she's pink.
Mrs. Pinky, okay, Mrs. Pinky is the thing. So yeah, my hotel does not have a microwave, and so I went and bought, because this was like 10 bucks at Target. They didn't have a waffle maker, but they have the bundt cake maker. So I did go ahead and bundt my brownie for tonight, right like this. Yum. It's a perfect way to still have your stuff while you're at the hotel. I almost just threw it around the room. I also got my Smart Water. I only got 6 because that's all I could carry because it's kind of far a walk. Oh, I needed some spray to waffle the thing as well. Also, Jell-O. I did get some sugar-free Jell-O. I use this a lot at home, but especially when I travel and there's a time change and I'm extra hungry and I don't want to do an extra fueling, great to have on hand. Last thing I bought was I did get cheese sticks as well. But I bought some silk almond milk. You guys know I have it with my coffee. It's also good to crumble up one of those bars and eat it like cereal. And it gets your healthy fat in for the day. If you're going to order a salad, which is like probably one of the easiest things to order when you're out, I would just take out, look how much dressing they gave me, guys. Way too much dressing. Limit it to a tablespoon. I think I already told you that, but I just wanted to reiterate. Drink all the water. I have probably drank 5 bottles of this today. And this is 16.9, so I still need 1 more to get my 96 ounces. But Ainsley and I are gonna snuggle up and watch a movie and go to bed because it's already 8-something here, 8:30 here, and she has no energy, of course, jumping on the bed. We have early doctor's appointments. We're leaving for the hospital at 6:45. So peace out for tonight. Thanks for following along on our travel vlog for today. We'll see you in the morning.